Hi, this is Quentin Langley for Brandjack News. A couple of different stories in brandjacking this week. There's a Gmail man ad going out on YouTube, which targets Gmail, criticising the service for reading through people's messages and developing some very badly targeted ads on top of that. There has been a story that was picked up by a number of quite respectable news outlets like the BBC and the Daily Telegraph, saying that Internet Explorer users have got a lower IQ than users of other browsers. I'll declare my own interest here. I use Google Chrome. This story ran, and it was sourced to a Canadian company called Optiquant, psychometric assessment company. Turns out that this company seems to be a complete fake, and virtually everything on its website has been downloaded from another psychometric company's website. So it looks as though there is quite an elaborate hoax going on there. The site had been around for about a month before this story was leaked, and then a follow-up story. So interestingly, someone has gone to quite a lot of expense and trouble to plant this hoax story about Internet Explorer users being less intelligent than users of other browsers. Now, there could be some revenge going on here. The Gmail man advert targeting Google does seem to have come from Microsoft, or at least it's from a partisan for Microsoft, because it praises Office 365. Microsoft won't actually comment on whether or not they are behind it, which I think is a bit weak and pathetic, really. They should either say, yes, we did it, we felt there was an important point to make about privacy, or no, we didn't do it, but we love it. Or everyone go and have a look at this wonderful ad. But they said no comment. Get off the fence, Microsoft. As for the brandjacking against Microsoft, this apparently hoax story about Internet Explorer users being less intelligent than users of other browsers, does that come from Google? Is this a revenge, a brandjack from Google against Microsoft? Who knows? I certainly don't. There's also a story about Pizza Hut. A guy claiming that he found a bloody bandage, meaning sticking plaster, in his pizza from Pizza Hut, and seeking some compensation from Pizza. Pizza Hut deny it. Pizza Hut says that it's not their dough, and it's not the type of sticking plaster they use in their restaurants, which is interesting because the guy says he never actually handed it over to them to test. So how did they form the view that it wasn't their dough if they didn't actually test it? So that's that one may be around for a while. We'll see we may see who's telling the truth about that one. I also did a bit of a thought piece on political names. The reason is there's been another sexting scandal with a politician in the US. And one of the reasons this is not going to run anywhere near as much as the Anthony Weiner story is there were so many headlines you can make about Weiner's Wiener that just won't work in this case because the guy's name isn't Weiner and isn't in any way funny. I did set me thinking about other politicians who have been brought down by punning, alliterative or rhyming headlines. I was thinking particularly of Stephen Byers, Chris and Liar Byers, in the British media a few years ago, even though, as far as I could tell, he was no more dishonest than most other members of the Labour cabinet of the day. So some interesting thoughts about that and how it might be better to have a better name than Wiener if you're planning to pursue a political career in the United States. And if that is your name, really, really, really don't send pictures of your penis to people you hardly know. So those are my thoughts on brandjacking for this week. This is Quentin Langley for Brandjack News.